Here's how to get a man to be attracted to you in ways that he doesn't even understand, just through your eyes. If you're not already following me, click that follow button because I make content like this every day to help you get your generous rich man. They say you can tell if a man is interested in you by looking at you for more than 8 seconds. Well, if that is true, why are we not using our looks to communicate our interest in him and do them one better by making him admire us back? Well, admire us in return. Here are 2 tips to help you do just that. Number 1, use the triangle method. Looking at him from his left eye to his right eye and down to his lips and repeat. I don't know what happens here, but it works like a magic wand. Personally, I don't mind using it either way. While he's talking and I'm listening, or while I'm quietly talking and he's listening. But here's a disclaimer though, this method is not to be used if you speak with your entire body and are flailing your arms because it'll just get awkward. And number 2, which I think is just as important as number 1, look away every now and again. Now when you look away, you give him a chance to look at you. And I mean really look at you. So I would say for every 20 minutes of conversation, look away for 8 seconds. Maybe take a sip off your drink or quickly, with a laugh go and focus on something else in the room. Maybe chip on the ceiling for the next 8 seconds and look back and continue your conversation. This works every time. It makes him drawn to you like a magnet. Guys, I'm practically handing you a superpower here. But as Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. Basically, go and use it as you wish, however recklessly you choose, because I'm here for that. And go get yourself your generous rich man. That's it. Here are some tips to always look confident in any room that you walk in. Let's get into it. Tip 1, always know where you're going and go there. I have found a lot of women who are in a restaurant and they look so gorgeous. I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh, this dress is gorgeous. But she's standing there and she's like doing all of this frantic stuff and she's on the phone, right? Because she's probably texting her friends. But I can't help that she doesn't look confident. In fact, she looks more shy now. So when you walk into a room, take 3 seconds, literally stop at the entrance, give it a nice little look, left to the right, see where you're going, and then go there. Alternatively, if you don't know where you're going, ask the professional people that work there. Instead of texting your friends or standing in the middle of the restaurant, if you're at the entrance and you've done the left to the right sweep and you haven't found what you're looking for, perhaps you're joining a friend or you're looking for your table, just ask the professionals and say the waiter or the host and say, excuse me, I'm joining a friend. Would you help me look for them? And they'll be like, oh, who is it? A table of 3 under the name of this. Right this way. There, now you're escorted and you still look professional and beautiful and confident. Tip 2, walk in with a welcoming ambiance. I don't know how to explain this to you guys because it isn't so much a smile, but it's almost open and almost makes people so endeared to you. Like, I am having a very lovely time being here. Basically, if you remember the scene in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes where Marilyn Monroe and what's her name? I forgot her name. Oh my God. Were strutting to the table and they almost had this smirk, almost like openness in their face, through their eyes and through this almost smile not smile thing. That is a very wonderful way of looking confident. You're not mean, you're not like ruthless, you're open to be accepted and to welcome other people who want to talk to you. And that is like a very sexy and very attractive thing about a girl who is beautiful and is not looking like a meaner. And number 3, do not be walking around in groups. I don't know, guys, this thing should have died when we were teenagers or kids. When these beautiful women I have seen in a pair of 2 or in a pair or in a group of 3 on the way to the bathroom together and on the way back to their seat, guys, there's nothing unattractive and not so confident about that. That's it. Are you saying all the right things but can't seem to get him interested in your flirtation? This video is for you. If you're not already following, click the follow button because I make content like this every day to help you get your generous rich man. I cannot stress how important tonation is when it comes to flirtation or seduction or getting yourself your generous rich man. Look at the difference between me saying this one line in two different ways. The first way, I can't seem to find my lipstick. Second way, I can't seem to find my lipstick. They seem similar, but at the same time you can feel a huge difference between them and you just can't tell what. The first one says, I'm just a citizen of this country and I'd really like to find my lipstick, sir, and I would like you to help me find it without flirting with me, thank you. And the second one says, if you help me find my lipstick, you just might see what's in my purse. Don't you want to take that chance, sir? Don't you want to be a lucky person who gets to see inside my purse? So I'm going to give you 2 keys on how to achieve a soft tone in anything that you want to do, in any flirtation. The first key, of course, is talk slower. Talking fast makes you cut your words, which gives, I like to envision it as like, gives your words some rough edges. When you flirt, you want the opposite of that. You want softer edges. Now look at what I'm about to say. Can you pass me the bottle of wine? Again, doesn't sound like anything harmful, but watch this. Can you pass me that bottle of wine? And all I did was slow down my words. I could say literally anything else. Did that dog just shit on the floor? Or did that dog just shit on the floor? Okay, which brings us to key number 2. Soften your face. Yes, that's right. Soften your eyes and soften and linger a little smile around your lips. Scarlett Johansson uses it, Megan Fox uses it to show us that they are seducing us and they are flirting with us. So it will look something along the lines of, from this, did the dog just shit on the floor, to, did the dog just shit on the floor? See, something so simple. So go and get yourself your generous rich man. So guys, I am not a fashionista, but when it comes to the elegant sugar baby lifestyle, I would not recommend knee-high boots. I'm just going to show you what I'm wearing. This is what I'm wearing. As you can see, it's pretty much like a top and some jeans and jeans skirt and these open weird looking shoes. I could literally go on a date like this. I could meet a man in a mall like this, or a luxury hotel like this. Where I would recommend, if you do want to wear knee-high boots, is if you're further along with your sugar daddy and you're comfortable with him and you guys are just going out and you want to wear knee-high boots with like a mini skirt, that's fine. What people don't know is dressing affects the way people subconsciously think about you. An open outfit, like I've told you guys, I don't wear pants. I don't like wearing pants. I wear pants at home. I don't like wearing pants. And I don't like wearing covered shoes. And I like my outfits to usually show my collarbones and my wrists. So what people don't know is that an open outfit subconsciously lets people know that you are open to being met or open to being walked over to. That's why when somebody's trying to hide, they're trying to close as much of their body as possible with a hoodie or a jacket, and like basically just they don't want the world to see them. But when you do the opposite, you're actually inviting these men to be open to you when you approach them or when they approach you. Yeah, I know. So try to keep your hair flowing, your showing a bit of your neck, your legs, like half of your legs showing. It always has a way of making people come towards you, and that's what you want. You want to attract them, not just like chase them the whole time. When you do approach them, it's very easy for them to reciprocate because they don't know why, but they feel an energy of openness from you for them to also conversate back to you. That's it. Should you give your sugar daddy your real name? Let's get into it. If you're not already following me, click that follow button because I make content like this every day to help you get your generous rich man. I have never been a guardian of my name. I love my name. And if you don't love your name, I suggest you start practicing it in the mirror because your name is your power and it's your brand. But I get the question though. When I was on Sugar Daddy's sides, my name was Soraya. I used that name because, well, you never know what weirdos are out there. But here's 2 tips to consider when giving your real name to your sugar daddy. Number 1, when you meet him, do you feel at ease? The first date isn't just to find out how much money he can give you. The first date is also to put your gut to the test, feel his aura and to feel his energy. And most importantly, to listen to your gut. If your gut says, you know what, he's a pretty chill dude and I think this is gonna be okay, you listen to it. And then maybe you can give them your real name. And number 2, does your daddy align with your goals? If your goal is to be a sugar baby who is just, can go shopping, live in one of his houses, drive his cars, then there is no need for you to tell him your real name. But if your goal is for him to buy you a house in your name, buy you a car in your name, travel with you, unfortunately, you are going to have to give him your name so that you can receive all these nice and long-lasting things. I hope this helps show you that you're right on track or give you information that you didn't already know. So go practice your powerful name and get yourself your generous rich man. That's it. You met your wealthy man. You have a great conversation, but he can't stop hinting for you to come over to his place instead of taking you out. If you're not already following me, hit that follow button because I make content like this every day to help you get your generous rich man. If you're like this girl and you hear a lot of come and see me's, here is a way to handle it. You can say something along the lines of, oh, come on, darling. You can be sexier than just an ordinary come and see me. Ask me to dinner. To, and you're gonna insert the most expensive restaurant in your area and put it in here. So start from beginning. Oh, come now, darling. You can be sexier than just an ordinary come and see me. Ask me to dinner, to the 4 Seasons. And you can come and see me in my incredible dress. That's if I say yes to you asking me out. Now, pay attention to the formation of the text. Firstly, I call him out for being lazy. And then secondly, I start to manipulate the issue and give him an idea of how he can be sexier. Thirdly, I added a sexual element to it by pointing out to my incredible dress, which is almost like a carrot that I'm dangling as an invisible reward. Lastly, even though I have given him a map on how to fix the disrespect I have for him right now and to gain my respect back, it does not mean that there will be treasure at the end of that map. He has to work for it. So this is your way of taking all that charge and then still tossing it back like, there, now you work. It's not a guarantee that I'm gonna say yes. Now, this is a perfect formulation of text because you can respond in the text or a response on a phone call or in a response in person. In person, all that you would have to do is to make sure that you move your body language away from him when you are done to signify end of discussion. Fix it and ask me on a date or don't even bother talking to me anymore. Or sometimes you can even remove yourself physically and start walking away. And usually it will get him back into his sanity and go, okay, let's go to that 4 Seasons and go get your generous rich man.